Hey guys, guess what? It's me back with another Hiveswap Friendism video. Today we are going to be finishing up Zabidi's route. Last time we did both of his bad endings, so today we are going to do both of his, not both, he only has one, his good ending, and hopefully make our boy here a happy camper, because he's adorable. I don't care if he writes smutty fan fiction. He's so cute. Just look at him. Alright. So, yeah. This will be the last video I have for Friendism until I go off to college, actually. So, yeah. Tonight you're abuzz with excitement. Wait, no. That's your palm husk vibrating in your pocket. One of your friends is contacting you. You pull it out and a notification pops up. Buzzing is requesting to add you on Chitter. The message is accompanied by a little icon. Blue with a silhouetted winged animal. Some of the similarities between this planet and your own are starting to stretch your powers of belief and coincidence. Whatever. You pull up the app and read the messages from, could it be? Your potential new friend.
OMG, hi, Z. I hope it's okay to contact you. Oops, I should introduce myself. I saw your picture on Sarava's stream. I'm one of their biggest fans. But now I'm one of yours. Z. I love those looks. Z. Anyway, I would love to chat with you if you're open to it.
What? I would love to chat with you if you're okay.
If it's not okay, you can just ignore me. Everyone else does.
Could this be the universe reaching benevolently down to do you a solid? Give you a blowjob? No. It's like being given a giant pile of money unasked. You didn't have to do with it. You didn't have to do anything for this friendship. You didn't even have to walk anywhere. All you had to do was join the fabled social media, and it literally appeared in your pocket. Your hands are shaking a little as you go to respond. You don't want to seem too eager, or do you? You have no idea how to approach this. You thank Buzzing for his compliments and say that you would be happy to talk sometime. In an instant, a notification pops up, inviting you to download another app. You do it, and a video screen opens suddenly. Suddenly, you see your face. You see your new friend's face. He is sweetly round and roly-poly, and smiling at you broadly.
Hi!
He's just so cute. I can't get over it. Look at his, he's just so cute.
I'm Zebedee. I hope it's not too sudden to gripe you like this. Is it okay? OMG, you don't have to respond to that. Sorry for being weird. Let's start over. How do you know Sarava?
Apart from being extremely friendly, this troll also seems to run both sides of the conversation by himself. Befriending him is the least effort you've ever put into anything. His enthusiasm is really cute, but there's something about him that unsettles you. Looking at his hopeful face gives you a dark stab of humiliation that you don't quite understand. You swallow down the discomfort and tell him the story of your friendship with Sarava, leaving out Sarava's personal background, of course. He hangs on your every word.
That's so cool! I wish I could hang out with you guys. OMG, not that I'm implying you'd want to hang out. It's just, no one ever comes to visit me.
He takes out his phone and taps a few keys. A notification pops up in front of the video. It's a direct message from Buzzing that just says,
See.
You ask him why that is.
I live in the middle of nowhere. It's good for the bees, but I guess no one really thinks it's worth the effort to come all the way out here. It's just me and my losers, and he can't really do much around the hive. Sigh. Is fine.
He really says the word sigh out loud, despite saying it was fine. He seems dejected with a distinct downward angle to his shoulders. Sorry, his shoulders. His buzzy accent is kind of getting to you. So to this, the top one, asking more about where he lives leads to the quick bad ending, because he gets really angry at you. Well, not really angry, but, you know, guilt trippy. You tell him that you'd understand if he's not really okay with it. After all, you say, it would really hurt your feelings if your friends didn't make any effort for you. Isn't that what friends are supposed to do? He gives you a grateful smile, some tension releasing from his frame.
Oh, I would never ask that of anyone. I don't want to be annoying, but sometimes I really wish someone would take the time to visit. But I totally don't blame any of my friends for not coming. Like, I understand that you have to decide which friends come first. And I just don't. Some people are just cooler and more fun than me. It's understandable.
This really must be your lucky day. First of all, no one has threatened bodily violence towards you in the past 10 minutes. Your fear for your life is at a low-key reasonable level. Second, this troll is making it really obvious what he wants you to do. This is a total slam dunk in the friend opportunity. Say you'll visit. It's the only thing we can do. He's so fucking cute. He's so cute. Zabidi's face transforms utterly. It's astonishing. He goes from sullen and shadowed to an utterly radiant. Your heart pangs with an overwhelming urge of fellow feeling. Surge. It didn't say urge, it said surge. True, you've seen other trolls react emotively at the sight of meat and blood and your own body sparkling under the moonlight, but Zabidi is the only one who with such extreme reaction to friendship. Man, you are really feeling this little guy.
You'll come! Really? That's so cool! Zee! Thanks! This is gonna be so good. I'm gonna get all the best snacks, and my Lucis is really cool, and you'll like him. This is so exciting, Zee!
You leave Zabidi to his preparations. Even as the bubble of joy inside you starts to go a little wobbly. You aren't used to such high expectations from prospective friends. Mostly people just expect you to be an imbecile. You absolutely can't screw this up. You made a promise to your brand new friend. Unfortunately, that promise is to visit him in a house that is, by his own admission, so far away that not even people who know what the fuck is going on can be asked to find it. You haven't thought this through. But that's never stopped you before. First things first, what old friendships can you call upon to help you out? I.e., who is most likely to have a vehicle of some kind? You could always call up Tagore and see what he thinks, but you don't really want to be too needy with him. Amicia? Oh, well, doesn't look tall enough to even reach the pedals. Zebra? Just no. You are a strong, independent alien who don't need no troll. You also don't think aliens are allowed on the public transit, and you don't know the number for troll taxis. So, you'll do crime. Perfect. What did Keneal do when she stole a car? Punch the lock off with one big fist? You won't be punching off any doors, but eventually you find a car that isn't locked. Almost like someone helpfully left it for you. Ha! Sucker! It pricks slightly at your consciousness as you slide into the seat and fire up the autopilot, heading into the country once again. But recently, anything that isn't brutal, indiscriminate violence kind of doesn't faze you. So you stole a car. Big deal. It's not like anybody died. This is it. So begins your gradual slide into total moral iniquity. A hardened criminal. That's you. Zabidi does live pretty far out. He hadn't been exaggerating. You use the time to curl up in the back seat and catch up on some sleep. All the while trying to ignore the fact that the car reminds you of being inside a large squishy animal. At least you get a few radio channels out here. Zabidi's hive is big and buzzing. Literally. You hear the persistent drone of bees, and standing right outside is the boy himself. He's so excited he's bouncing on his toes, clapping his hands together. He has a gold symbol on his shirt. You wonder if he's a psychic. You've finally been here long enough to pick up on racial stereotypes. Go you. I just love, alright, so I love in like just Homestuck in general, the GIFs, where it's like just wicked quick animation, like, and it's like, it just, I don't know, like the only way I can explain is like the fire that they used for when Rose was entering Spurb, and the fire that was around her house, and it's all just like wicked quick animation. It's like two images just flashing back and forth at like breakneck speeds. It's fucking hilarious.
There you are! You actually came! I seriously can't believe that someone actually went out of their way to visit me. Z.
Well, you don't really have a way to go out of, but you keep that to yourself. You're more than happy to accept the friendship points. Zabidi leads you into his hive, which, like Skylus, looks like he made it himself. Made a lot of it himself. There are hanging baskets of flowers and plants everywhere, and a zigzag shelf holding up a stack of colorful books. In one corner is a big screen TV in an entertainment center. Zabidi vanishes into another room and leaves you to get comfortable on the big couch, which is unsubtly striped yellow and black. The buzzing is pretty loud in here too, and you look around for bees. You're not too thrilled about the bees, honestly. You wish there was some music on your phone to drown them out. You're thinking about following Zabidi and seeing if he needs help when your phone starts to vibrate. You look down and recognize Sarava's username. And this time I'm going to let it go to voicemail, because if you answer, in the last video you probably saw that we find out he writes smutty fanfiction. You decide to just let the call go to voicemail. You're busy with a different friend right now, and you can just call them back on your drive home. Or, not home, but the closest you've got to it right now. It will give you something to do besides sleep. You mess around on your phone a little bit, filling out your profile on your Chitter. Alien invasion of 1. Just here, I guess. I'm going to change that on my Twitter account. That's honestly the best you can come up with. You aren't quite sure how your age would translate to troll years sweeps, so you don't bother with that. You've already gained some more followers. Sarava retweeted your intro tweet or chirp or whatever. Zabidi comes back with a tray of snacks and 2 glasses of something bright red, and you hope isn't Fago or blood, but that goes without saying at this point.
Hey, who are you talking to? I heard your palm must go off.
You tell him that you weren't talking to anybody. You let the call go to voicemail. Does he really think that you're the kind of person who would take a call from someone else while you're having a hang sesh? Heck no.
Oh, you didn't have to do that, Z.
Zabidi says that, but he's obviously incredibly happy that you did. He sets the tray down and hops up onto the couch next to you.
So, what do you want to do? I have a bunch of really cool stuff that we could check out, but I didn't want to make you just do whatever I wanted. I know we barely know each other.
You tell him that whatever he wants to do is fine with you. You aren't picky in any sense of the word. Zabidi seems a little at sea by your lack of an opinion, but eventually he puts on the first episode of a pirate show. This is nice. This is nice to just chill for a while. You barely get through the opening credits before Zabidi changes his mind and puts on a show about space pirates instead. But then he gives up on that too. He keeps looking for your input, but the extent of your experience with troll pop culture is Ramel's knockoffs, and you've seen one shitty romance flick Polypa took you to see. And that one shitty romance flick Polypa took you to see. You're not informed enough to have an opinion. You're seriously down for whatever. Zabidi does the same thing with video games for a while, becoming increasingly more distressed. Aw. You feel deep empathy at his plight, but also mild annoyance. You understand this unreasonable fear of beefing it in front of your friends. You feel like that pretty much all the time. You eventually suggest to Zabidi that is it Zabid? Fuck. Have I been saying it wrong this whole fucking time? Oh, dude, I don't know. I think it is Zabid now. Oh, fuck me, I guess. Alright. Alright, well, I'm just gonna call him Zabid now. I mean, that's easier. Oh, fuck me. Alright. Well, his name is Zabid now. You eventually suggest to Zabid that you could just watch the last thing he watched on GrubTube. Oh, Zabid goes to a delicate gray color that you've come to realize is a troll version of a blanc. What? Alright, well.
That's, yeah, we could do that for sure, but, you know, a guy's GrubTube queue is, you know, kind of personal. Not that I don't trust you. If you can't trust randos you met on the internet that invited you to your house, who would trust you, right? Who can, what? If you can't trust randos you met on the online and invited to your house, okay, well, I'm not gonna try. You feel that way too. You've also felt the overwhelming urge to throw yourself into the arms of strangers since you crash-landed down here. You tell Zabid that you aren't going to judge him. You don't judge your friends. He's so cute. An overwhelming look of trembling gratitude comes over him, and once again you feel an uncomfortable pulse of empathy. You are used to being the desperate one. You aren't sure how to feel about this turnout. All this social power. Okay.
You two scroll down through the history on his GrubTube account and find yourself choked up by the incredible trust that he is showing in you right now, letting someone behind the curtain. There doesn't really seem to be anything worth getting stressed over, no porn or anything. He just does have a lot of videos of Sarava, specifically ones where they're actually on camera.
Ah, yeah, they're so cool. See? It's so rad that you guys are tight, and I really want to meet them someday.
He sighs, and then he sighs again, a little louder. You catch on to your part in this bit and tell him that you can probably figure out a way to make that happen. You hope that you don't have to follow through on that. Sarava's a busy guy, and you aren't sure they actually let anyone into their hive. Well, besides you. But you seem to be the exception to a number of rules. You keep that last part to yourself. The rest of the videos on his recent history are about a band called Hatched to Dance Music. Music videos, interviews, compilations, and vlogs. That's not... What? Alright, well, vlogs. You ask him what all this is.
You've never heard of H2D? Really? They're so cool. They're my fave. I mean...
He gets shifty-eyed.
I mean, whatever. They're alright, I guess. Their music is kind of catchy, and they have a pretty dope group dynamic.
You mentioned that all of them seem pretty good-looking, too.
Really? Z? You think so?
You point out that the guy with the tall horns that swoosh into hooks and a lot of white hair that falls into his eyes. What? You point out a guy with tall horns that swoosh into hooks and a lot of white hair that falls into his eyes. This guy is particularly handsome.
Him? See, I mean, he's okay, I guess. If you're really basic. Not that I think you're basic or anything.
He shows you some of the music videos. They have really high production values and extremely elaborate sets, All of the band members sing and dance and get very close to kissing each other. He'd been really nervous about showing you this. His deep dark secret is that he likes music videos. Is being into pretty pop stars some kind of cultural taboo?
Not really, just it's kind of lame, right? I just really want you to like me.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious, and you do like him. You just wish he wouldn't say shit like that. It's embarrassing. And also it reminds you of yourself. That reminds you that you yourself have gone around doing pretty much the same thing, pretending to agree with anything your prospective friends say, lying, saying that you're into things that you aren't. Just all around being a big phony. The circumstances are different for you, though. You're an alien. This is hostile territory. You don't have a hive or a lucis, or even horns. So it's way less pathetic for you like this than it is for Zabid, right? Deep down, you know you're full of shit. You're just coming up with reasons to excuse your behavior and to excuse behavior in yourself that you condemn in others. You hang your head in shame. Zabid, who is not privy to your internal monologue, looks confused. Is it possible that you're doing the wrong thing in your eternal quest for friends? Could it be that before you can spiral any further into a full-blown existential crisis, you hear a noise from outside that you really, really don't like? Several noises, in fact. A crash, followed by a thump. Followed by a, "Get out here, you fucking piece of shit! You thief! Oh dear!" Zabid scrambles around to look over the back of the couch. You just make out a shape through the window.
Hey, this is a totally wild question, but
That I typically would never ask. Oh my god! Oh no! Oh, it's the guy who owns the car I stole. Oh man.
hey, this is a totally wild question to ask that I typically would never ask of a potential friend, but did you steal that scuttlebutt?
Yes, I did! Funny story. You didn't know how else to get here. To get out here. You did it for him. For your nascent friendship.
Oh wow! Nobody's ever stolen a scuttlebuggy from me before. Did you forget to take the GPS chip out though? Because I think whoever you stole it from found it.
GPS chip. Right. Fuck. This is not an auspicious start to your life of crime. Maybe you aren't quite ready to go it alone yet. Another crash and rattle. It sounds like someone is taking out pieces of Zabid's hive. You get up and start for the door.
Hey, what are you doing? You can't go out there. They look big, Z. They sound huge. You'll get killed.
Right, he's definitely got a point there, but whoever is outside seems intent on demolishing his hive brick by brick. So they're gonna get in eventually anyways. Better for you to go out there now and face the music so at least one of you gets out of this. Zabid stares at you. Weird, gobbly, golden tears pool at the corner of his eyes.
You would do that for me? Nobody's ever offered to die for me before. That's so nice.
Yeah, you're pretty nice. Also pretty idiotic considering you're about to give yourself up to a big angry troll whose car you absolutely stole. Well, it's been fun while it lasted. Actually, it's been mostly terrible. Oh well, goodbye, cruel world.
Wait!
You have one hand on the doorknob when Zabid's shout rings against the walls and the ceiling.
No one's touching my new friend!
Oh no. Oh no. Attack of the bees! Outside, the buzzing rises to a rattling crescendo. So loud that it no longer sounds like just animals, it sounds like weather or a fighter jet. The intruder screams, you wince, but you are also overwhelmed by gratitude and excitement. Zabid did that for you. The screams stop after a few seconds and the buzzing gradually recedes. You and Zabid are left staring at the door and then at each other. Behind you, Grubtoot is auto-playing an H2D interview. Little ambient crackles of the white electricity you've come to associate with psychics wreaths Zabid. Before that fades too. Did he seriously telekinetically gather up a bunch of bees and just throw them?
No. That sounds hard and potentially dangerous for the bees. I more like just ask them nicely. I'm bad at it though. Sometimes it doesn't work. See.
Well, it worked this time.
Yeah.
Zabid nods and then he nods again.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, right?
The two of you venture outside to see what's going on. Nothing is going on. The night is quiet and the car is exactly where you left it, and there's no sign of the bees or the intruder. So, either they ran away or got stung so many times they dissolved into sludge. You feel another pang of conscience. What? You feel another pang of conscience, but it's not enough to cover up your ecstatic surge of happiness when you see how chuffed Zabid is to have some bees on a guy. To set some bees on a guy. You tell him you're grateful and you think about adding that you're proud of him, but you don't want to literally make him explode. You'll let him hug you instead.
I guess this means you have a scuttle buggy now.
Yeah, spoils of war.
You want some buttery exploded kernels? I make them myself. Well, I put the kernels in a pot and explode them. Z.
You tell him that sounds great. He's honestly pretty fun to visit. Minus the sudden attack you were having. You were having a pretty nice time. And that part was honestly entirely your fault. He should quit putting himself down so much and being such a desperate piece of shit. You mean that in the nicest way possible. And it's pretty good advice in general. You know, just to have floating around out there. Aww. What's that? We can be friends, finally. Oh, that was cute. I like him. Alright, so that was the rest of Zabid's route. I can't believe that never occurred to me that maybe it was pronounced Zabid. I can't believe that never occurred to me. I feel like an idiot. Alright, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you are new or interested in the Hiveswap Friendism scene, there will be a link in the description where you can go and play the actual game. It's only like 99 cents on Steam, which is a steal. But if you don't want to play it for yourself, you are welcome to binge all of my other videos on it, which will be in a playlist at the end of this one. I have literally every single route that is out so far covered. And they're all voice acted like this. And it's painful, but it's there. So thank you again so much for watching this video. Like I said at the beginning, this will probably be the last video I will have on Hiveswap for a little bit, at least, because like I said, I am heading off to college pretty soon, and I will probably not have that much time to record more videos. But yeah, let's hope I can, you know, work my way into more of these. And I'm also thinking about actually just buying the actual Hiveswap game and playing that for a little bit for you guys. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching this video. It means so much to me that you guys actually like these. Cuz I post them and then look back at them and I'm like, ooh. I shouldn't have done that. But yeah, it means a lot to me that you guys like them. So, yeah, thank you. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye!